Welcome to the Global Gurus podcast. This is episode 1. This is a 15-minute conversation with thinkers shaping the future of leadership and business. Now, every episode we ask guests 3 questions. What is the biggest problem they see right now? What's the original methodology you've built to solve it? And number 3, how are you applying it to create measurable results in the real world? I've got 3 amazing co-hosts. I'm Rhett Power. I've got Laura Gassner-Otting, I've got Arthur Gramazi and Mark Nation. Guys, let's do little introductions of ourselves, and then I have a question I want to ask each of you.
Ooh, questions. I like questions. Well, of course, Laura's got to go first. Ladies first.
Okay, well, my name is Laura Gassner-Otting, and I focus my time on thinking about identity, specifically the identity shift that has to happen between who we were yesterday and where our ambitions are going to take us tomorrow.
Brilliant. Okay. And for me, I have created a foundational methodology of predicting and identifying how people act and react to each other in groups and how you can influence those groups. And now, of course, we're using AI to create various simulations and help to get human data to help people be better people.
Love it. You look like a magician over there, Arthur. Look like it's getting ready to happen.
Next time I'll actually have some lights, pink and blue and everything.
All right.
Mark, let's hear who you are, man.
Hey, I appreciate your magic powers. That's the magic of being in Bali, right?
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm Mark Nation. I'm an executive coach, leadership speaker, author, consultant, and my core focus is really on building the hearts, the minds, the souls of leaders, and taking a soul-centered approach and many times a love-centered approach to helping people become who they're meant to become.
Man, I love that. And so I work with leaders and founders mostly to help improve their self-talk, because what I know, what we've learned through our new book at Fundamentals, which just came out in October, is that self-talk impacts leadership. It impacts our teams and our performance and how we show up in the world. And I think it's actually a matter of life and death that we have conversations about self-talk at work. So anyway, I have a question for you guys. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Why are we doing this podcast? And why are you involved?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, Mark talked about how he likes to lead from love, and I will say that I'm often introduced as a kick in the ass wrapped in a warm hug. So you're going to get a lot of different perspectives here. I will tell you that I'm doing this podcast because there are so many people who are out there that are trying to talk around issues that they don't actually fully understand. Maybe they've read a book and they're giving a book report on somebody else's ideas. Maybe they are knowing just enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be effective. And what leaders truly need today is actual experts who have done the thing. I always joke around that I'm going to get a t-shirt printed one day that says, before you tell me what to do, show me what you've done. And on the back of it, it's going to be like hashtag, give me your P&L. So to bring actual real thought leaders together, real gurus who have done the thing, who have learned the thing, who have studied the thing, who have coached people through the thing, and to actually deliver a framework in 15 minutes from another thought leader who can help them solve a pressing and intractable problem. For me, that combines both the kick in the ass and the warm hug.
That should be our uniform for the show. I mean,
that is awesome.
We should have those t-shirts, and that should be required.
We're gonna have merch. We're gonna have merch.
All right. Well, for me, see, the thing is that I'll second everything Laura says. She just took my whole speech and just did it better.
I am a professional keynote speaker, so
there you go. Imagine that. So for me, the perspective is the idea that I have screwed up so much, And and that I have literally, because I have screwed up and my life has been complete mess, okay, I have focused a lot of energy on really trying to fix myself and fix the situations that are creating my less than adequate self. And by doing that, I have discovered different predictable processes and models that will literally help you to create the better version of yourself, no matter what environment you're in, by helping others to be better versions of themselves. And that was the kind of like breakthrough thing. And it's not that I have everything all figured out. I'm still screwing up. But the thing is that every time I screw up, it gives me another direction to focus on to solve problems. And if I have this problem, and I have had these problems working in corporates and in relationships and all kinds of stuff, probably other people may have the same problems. And by sharing the way that I have fixed them and found and created a process to fix them, that they will be able to fix them as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. Mark, what do you think?
One thing I know is that Arthur's one of the most creative people I've ever met.
Yeah,
And
that is for sure.
That is so true. So true. For me,
Thank you.
some of the I don't remember who said it, but the quote was, "I'm as bad as the worst, but thank God I'm as good as the best." And that's the way a lot of leaders are. Some of the worst people I've come into contact with are leaders and managers, but overwhelmingly more so, some of the kindest and best souls I've ever known are leaders of organizations, of families. And a lot of people might not know the group Global Gurus. Guru is a strange sort of title and name, and I don't know many of us who'd want to call ourselves a guru. And I didn't really know what it meant until I heard someone describe what it really means in Sanskrit, which, gu is really about darkness and ru is about light. So all a guru is, you think it's ego. It's actually not ego at all. It's about helping people bring them from darkness to light. And in the business world, we do that through thought leadership, through thought followership, and through thought collaboration. But that, even our thoughts are ego. What's important for me is to drop down into that sacred space, which is the heart and the soul, and get the feel behind the decisions we make, the people we lead, and the legacy we live.
Man, that is such a perfect segue, Mark.
Wow.
Because the question is, what is Global Gurus? I mean, people are probably wondering right now, well, why are these guys calling themselves the Global Gurus? What is Global Gurus, and is this one of those sort of pay-to-play organizations? You guys have all been involved a lot longer than I have. Talk about what Global Gurus is, if you don't mind, and so we can sort of shed some light on that. Anybody can jump in. Anybody can jump in.
Take it away, Laura.
I feel like we're just going in the same order each time. Okay, I'm happy to lead. I always like to have a woman's voice out front, so I'm glad to do that. If you ask my children, they will tell you that it's hilarious, because the first time I got named for Global Gurus for motivational speaking and for startup coaching, both of them in their phones changed my name to Global Guru Laura Gassner-Otting. So every time I call, it says that. So it's a source of mockery in my house, but outside of my own personal house, Global Gurus really is a group of people who have been hand-selected and chosen by their peers and by the people who follow them and who work with them to be the ones who have thought leadership around a topic. And, thought leadership is an interesting terminology because, I think it's Peter Sheen who says, in order to be a thought leader, you have to have leading thoughts. So these are not just people who perform well, they're people who are actually thinking ahead. I used to when I did executive search for 20 years, and I used to go into my clients' offices and I would explain to them not just what they thought the problem was, but what the problem was that was coming along the way. And in order for them to actually make an impact in the industry, in the sector where they wanted to fix the problem they wanted to solve, they had to understand not just how to solve the problem at hand, but the problems that were coming as well. And so for me, global gurus are not just people who are anointed and, up high on the hill and have answers, but who actually can foresee problems as well.
Yeah. Brilliant, as usual. For me, I mean, if you look at the criteria, I think one of the reasons that, at least on my side, is because 30% is all about creativity. It's about something that nobody's thought of ever before. And of course, we have the voting, and and we've got all the other like guru factors and everything else. But the majority of the criteria comes from what your followers think of you, and how creative you are. If you're just reprinting what other people are doing or repackaging it, that's not thought leadership, like you said. And so therefore, what they do value when they select you as a guru or put you on one of these lists is they value your unique contribution to new ways of thinking. And it could be an old problem, but a new way of fixing the problem that nobody has ever thought of. And so that's why, at least that's the area that I see the most fundamental, that sets this group apart from other people. There's people here who have no academic backgrounds, and there's a lot of people that are pissed off about that too. and there are people here that have PhDs and all kinds of stuff, and academics is not a criteria. Okay, the only criteria is, have you achieved results by thinking in a different way than others?
Mm-hmm. That's yeah. I didn't know that. Actually, I did not know that part of it. That's really
check. There's a little button or on the menu thing on the website, criteria. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I think it's very interesting because, as Albert Einstein said, all knowledge is experience. And I believe that, right? Like if you haven't done it, you don't really know it. But if all knowledge is experience, then all wisdom is framework. And, as Mark was saying earlier, guru, right? Darkness to light. The only way you can bring someone from darkness to light is not to stand up in front of them, sage on a stage and, say all these things that are super smart, because then they leave the room going, oh, wow, she's so smart. Right. But they don't know what to do with it. But if you give them a framework, which is what I'm hoping we're going to do in these 15-minute podcasts with these individual gurus, is to give a leader a framework so they can go, oh, that's so smart. And now I know exactly what to do when I get back to the office on Monday.
Yeah. And the idea of a guru is not to show how smart we are, but to help other people feel that they're smart.
Exactly.
Well, and it's also to help people understand what we're talking about in a very simple way so that they can actually apply it. Right. I mean, that's to your point, Laura. I mean, I think the point of this show is not to have it to be a sales pitch for your unique program or whatever it is. It's to, whoever's listening can take something away and apply it to their challenges and to their business or to whatever it is they do. And I think that was what was really key for us in our discussions about how to do this podcast. It was, we wanted people, we didn't want to be a sales pitch. We wanted it to be concrete, something that people could take away. And I think that was really, for me, was the most important part of us doing this, was not that we're promoting somebody's work. Simon Sinek, who's on our list, doesn't need us to promote his work, right? Most of us don't need we don't need to promote our work. But this podcast really, I think, is to help people.
Yeah, and I think that's why the 3 questions are so smart. You know, what is the problem you see in the world? What's the unique IP that you're bringing to that problem? And
Right.
what are the results that you're seeing? And I think that's much different than a guru, a thought leader, anybody going on a podcast because they're promoting a book that just came out and then spending an hour talking all about the book, which is fine and it's interesting. And you better go, you know, find them on social media or click this QR code or get in their email funnel or be taught a, you know, be sold a $99.99 course or whatever it is. The aim of this is not to promote anything, not to promote a specific book or a course or an individual, but actually promote a solution to a problem in 15 minutes.
Mark,
Absolutely.
Never about you.
You have the last word, Mark. We're at our 15 minutes.
It's not about us. It really is. It's a collection of people who turn out to be some of the brightest and kindest souls in the universe who have spent their time and effort in industry and to learn lessons and apply them in unique and creative ways, all in the spirit of helping others. That's what it's all about. And that's what this collection of people that I've met over the past 7 or 8 years represents.
Well, I'm going to close this out. Look, this is about 3 questions, 1 methodology, real results. Join us every week for another episode of Global Gurus. We will see you next week. Thanks for being with us.